dolls, welcome back to our channel. I hope you guys are fabulous today. So I am finally back. I think it's now just become an average that I'm now just averaging about one video per week just due to my schedule. And I think, unfortunately, it may be this way until about August. So just hang tight with me as I try to figure out a filming schedule or try to figure out time to film. Like right now, it is past midnight and my family is finally sleeping, so I finally found time to film because that's my life. That's how it is. So yeah, but I have so much makeup. I have bought so much makeup in the last couple months that I really need to start trying out. But one thing that I was really excited about that came out was the Jaclyn Hill Volume 2 that just came out last week. It is the follow-up to the first big palette. Well, she's done palettes with Morphe before, but it was her first like really featured palette where she went in, did the formulation, did everything. Then she came out with the Vault, which was everything that never made it into the first palette, and that was a complete travesty. That poor girl, I'm telling you, that poor girl. Every single launch this girl has, there has been some kind of drama around it. But the Vault, I purchased it myself, and I was not a fan of it. It was a mess. The formulation was a mess. So I don't even think I ever featured it on my channel. I think I used one of the palettes like once and then put it away, never to be seen again. And then we all know Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics had her issues. I hope baby girl gets back on top. The highlighters seem to be promising. I did go swatch them in store. They are really nice, but I have too many highlighters. I didn't need any more. And I'm not like a diehard Jaclyn fan to run out and buy everything she puts out. Beautiful girl. I wish her nothing but success. She creates a lot of beautiful things. I think her ideas are beautiful. I think execution and everything just needs a little tweaking. But so because of all of that, I was very interested to see if this was going to be a waste of my money or not. I've had this for about a week now. I've been playing with it every single day, and I've even watched a few reviews, and I feel like a lot of people are kind of on par where I am with it. So today I'm going to create a look inspired by what Lipstick Nick did on Jaclyn Hill during the campaign. I thought it was very beautiful. I actually wasn't even going to do this. And when I started filming, I had actually had another look in mind, but when I started filming, I naturally just went in to these colors because I thought about, hey, let's recreate that. And then I was like, no, I'm going to do my own thing. But then, I don't know, my brain just went there. So subconsciously, I ended up just recreating this. Well, and inspired by it. It's not completely. Well, I don't know. I don't know what colors Lipstick Nick used. But it looks pretty similar, kind of close. A few colors that were different. I wanted to use as many of the bold colors as I could because purples and reds are very hard to make. And here's the palette right here, just in case y'all haven't seen it. Purples especially are very finicky, so I was very interested to see how these worked out. I'm a huge fan of yellows. I didn't get to use that in this look. I wanted to in my original idea that I had, because yellows, I am a huge fan of yellow eyeshadow. Huge. And it is hard to find a good pigmented, solid pigmented yellow. And then reds, like real true like reds are really hard to make. So as you can see, obviously they all look fine, but I want to take you guys through the process and show you guys how they work and how they blend out, fall out, all that good stuff. So we're going to do that today. Before we do, I have a giveaway going on right now. There is 1 week left to get entered. So the giveaway I have going on right now is there's going to be 2 winners. The grand prize winner is going to receive the premium JStar mystery box. That is the grand prize winner, because in this box comes the pop socket, the beanie, the exclusive Valentine's Day launch, the gloss in the color Succulent, and the now discontinued Alien palette. So 1 winner is going to win all of that. And then I wanted there to be a second winner. So I threw in a couple items from the deluxe box that I ended up getting. And so the second winner will win the Mini Breaker palette. And then my favorite gloss in the world that Jeffrey has, which is in the color Diamond Juice. It is so beautiful. So there will be 2 winners. So if you have not entered yet, please go ahead and do that. You must be subscribed to my channel. You also must go to my last video and comment there as well. And I believe I said you must be entered. Oh yes, you must be following me on Instagram as well. And then to get entered, to even get your name in the giveaway, there's going to be a link down below. You need to click on that, and that's going to give me your email. So that way I can contact you. So when I draw the winner, I don't even announce names anymore, because people are a-holes nowadays and there's a lot of scammers. So I just contact the winner myself. And if the winner wants to go ahead and release their name in my comments or whatever, they can go ahead and do so. I'll release a first name, but that is it. Speaking of, I bought 2 of the Bloodlust palettes, you guys. Oh, I'm so excited for that release, and it will be here in a couple of days. So I am going to be doing a secret giveaway with one of the palettes. And when I say secret giveaway, this is strictly for my glam dolls, those who support me. I'm not going to tell you how you're getting your entries, but I can tell you there are ways to get multiple entries. I'm not going to tell you how to get them. I'm not going to even tell you when I'm announcing the winner, how long it's running for. It's just one day I'm going to appear in the month of March, and there will be a winner announced. My glam dolls are going to win this one. Somebody who has been supporting me, my day ones. So just want to put that out there. Anyway, I'm rambling again. Let's shut up. Let's go ahead and get into swatching this gorgeous palette by Miss Jaclyn Hill. And let's go ahead and get into this look and my final thoughts. Okay, for swatches, I'm going to go row by row, starting from right to left. So we're just going to play it out row by row, bang it out. Okay, you guys, here is the first row, all very nudes, very wearable colors. We have that like bone white color, which I'm actually pretty impressed with. I've actually used this quite a bit, and I can tell you it is very pigmented, very, very good white. This iridescent-y, hollow shift pink is very, very, the formulas, I've never been a fan of like the holographic formulas, but this one is actually really, really nice, and you can actually see the shift change on camera, which I usually have a hard time with too. And then we have your basic transitions right here. And then we have the first of those glitter shades right here, which is actually really beautiful. I did have to go over it twice to get it to really show up on camera, but very beautiful color. You can create like everyday looks just with these colors right here. Okay, so the next row, starting with this yellow on over. The yellow, I was actually really impressed with, you guys. It is super pigmented. I cannot wait to play with it. It is hard to find a super opaque yellow, so I cannot wait to see how this performs on the eye. Then we have that yellow gold color. I actually expected more impact out of this color. I did have to swatch it twice to even build up to this. It didn't seem, at least to me, to build up very well. The orange, really amazing as well. And then another like warm, like really pretty, that teddy bear brown, but a little bit more with the orange base. And then we have 3 more of those glitter shimmer shadows right here. And these are all really beautiful, and they can be worn like every day. So pretty much the first 2 top rows are like your everyday colors that you can wear, which is great. So there's something for everyone in here. Okay, you guys, for the 3rd row, this was the row that I was actually most impressed with. This orangey gold color was so much better. It's what I thought this one should have been as far as pigmentation goes. Super pigmented right off the bat. Then we have another more like teddy bear brown, orangey brown color. And I love those colors. But these next few colors, this coral, I've never seen an eyeshadow that color. And the pigment on all the rest of these are so amazing. Then we have like another like red orange color, and then another like teddy bear brownish, more red. I would say this one's got a lot more red into it. Like in person, you can't really tell. It's like a orangey, reddish, brownish color. But these 2 at the end, oh my God, this like, it's like neon red in person. And then we have that red. I have never seen a red eyeshadow like that, you guys. Never in my life. I've seen red eyeshadows, but never like that impactful. This is one swatch, you guys. One swatch like that. Just bam, right off the bat. Like she killed it with this row. Her and Morphe killed it. Okay, so this next row, 4th row down, I'm not a big fan of pinks or purples on the eye, but this palette made me want to play with these colors. So here is the 4th row. My swatches are so ugly, you guys, because I'm using my left hand. But this is like a more shimmery version of this one. And I don't know, these first few colors give me like 80s Barbie vibes. I don't know why, they do. And these 2 pinks look very similar, but I promise you in person they are not. This one is a little more dusty, and this one's a little more bright fuchsia-y. But all in all, this entire row right here gives me Jeffree Star blood sugar vibes, like total blood sugar vibes. This red right here, this shimmery red, has like gold little flecks in it, and it is super gorgeous. I've never seen anything like the red she's putting in here. But this whole color concept in this row just reminds me of blood sugar so much. And last but not least, this last row, starting from here down, we are finishing off the purples and reds. These are so freaking gorgeous, you guys. The pigment is amazing, even though my swatching is ugly like this one. Super pigmented and just packed on all the pigment and just fell off, you guys. But overall, I'm really impressed, and I'm glad she put a matte black in here. Super important to me. I am like blown away by the pigment in those reds, you guys. So amazing swatches. Let's go ahead and see how they perform on the eyes and see how much work it took to get this look right here. So let's go. So we're going to start off by jumping in with our P. Louise base in number 3. And I'm just patting that on all over the eye. And I like to also use this to cut my eyebrows as well. It's kind of like a concealer and a base all in one. And I'm taking it under the eye as well. And then I like to use my beauty blender to blend it out and just soak up any excess, because I am very heavy-handed. Now I'm going to take Certified, which is this bone white color, and use it to highlight the brow bone. And this has got such great pigmentation, and it just blends really well. And also, if you've never used the P. Louise Eye Base, just know you have to pat on your shadows first and then blend out. Next, we're going to go ahead and take Therapy Sesh as our transition. And I lost my freaking part of my recordings while doing the first eye, so luckily I had the second eye recorded so I can just show you. And then I'm going in with Not My Journey. I really wanted to test out these purples and see how they layered, how they blend out, because purples, like I mentioned, are super hard to make. So far so good. I'm just patting them on and patting it over that transition. And don't worry about being clean or messy here because I'm going to cut the crease later. So I'm just kind of focusing that down into the crease and really not worrying about that. And just, I'm doing a little bit at a time and just adding more as I go to get the desired effect. And then I'm going to go ahead and blend everything out with whatever was left over from the brush I used with Therapy Sesh on it. And everything seems to be blending out really, really well. I was actually quite surprised with this because purples can get really patchy when you're blending out and it looks seamless. And then I'm going to take Therapy Sesh as a transition on my lower lash line and blend it into the upper outer corner as well. And then on a flat shader brush, I'm taking Not My Journey and just keeping that up in close to the lash line and also blending that up into the outer corner as well on the upper lid line and just smudging that all across. And then I'm going to go ahead and angle it down on the top lash line, taking that about a third of the way in. So now we're going to cut the crease again with the P. Louise Eye Base. And because I have hooded eyes, I'm using the same method I always do and just put it on the lower lash line, open my eyes really wide, and use that as my guiding line. I am going to go ahead and take that about 3/4 of the way in or 2/3 of the way in and leave some room for the outer corner. And now I'm going to try Living My Best, which is that like deep crayon red. And we're going to see how these reds really perform, you guys. And so far, so good. Then I'm going to take Heart On, which is more of that neon red. And oh my God, was I impressed with these reds and how well that they lay down and go together. And then I'm going to take that coral color called Positivity. This is absolutely one of my favorite colors in this palette, which is shocking because I'm not really into pinks, but it's got just enough orange in it and coral to make me really love it. And as you can see, I left the top little line next to where I cut it open, and I just took Positivity on there to just keep everything bright. And then for my inner corner, I'm using I'm In It, which is that holographic duochrome white pink base. And then I'm also running that right below where I cut the crease as well, just to brighten everything up. And now I'm going back in with Not My Journey and just darkening up the outer corner and blending it into that red and just blending everything all out again, just making sure it's nice and pretty and seamless. And then for a liner, I'm going to go in with Black Caviar Pixie eyeliner and using that on the upper lash line. And I also got these new LA Girl neon liners in like every color. And I wanted to test them out. This is the first time I'm using them. And oh my God, they are so creamy. And I was super impressed with them, how well they go on. And so pigmented. And then I'm going to take my Maybelline Falsies Lashes. I forget which mascara this is called. I'll put it down below. But their new mascara I just got, which I actually quite like. And then I'm going to take Rodeo Lashes by Morphe and pop those on. As you all may know, I love my Morphe lashes. They are cheap and such great quality, and I recommend trying them. And so that is the final look. Obviously, I did all the rest of my makeup off camera, and just did a nude lip with this to kind of play it down a little bit. But I am really impressed with how everything came out and love the inspo that Lipstick Nick gave me. Mine is not exactly like hers, but it's close enough. So now we're going to go ahead and get into my review of the overall palette. Okay, dolls, so you just watched my tutorial on this Lipstick Nick inspired look right here. Obviously, my final thoughts are amazing. There was little to no fallout for me, at least. I know when I first started using this palette, I was a little heavy-handed and really kind of dug in, and I did get a lot of fallout in the beginning when I first started using it, but when I just take a little bit more time and just work in and use a lighter hand, no fallout whatsoever. Everything was super pigmented right off the bat. Like, I feel like I actually like this formulation even more than her first one. I don't know if the colors were just better, but like, I don't know. Like, they feel super creamy and I didn't have to work at it so hard. And the purples and the reds just really laid on each other really well. And that doesn't happen a lot. Purples and reds, especially, like when you're in there diffusing them, they can get very, very patchy. They can get very just diffused away. Like the pastel palette, the purples that were in there, that didn't work out at all. You would blend it out and it would just blend into nothingness. Like, it would lose its pigment altogether. It just wouldn't blend right. Whereas these just really blended super beautifully and blended all together. So I actually think, you guys, this is one hell of a palette. And I think y'all should go pick it up. I really, really do. And I really don't think this is the same as her first one. I know everybody was talking about looks like there's a lot of similar colors in here. As to the first, they look like it on video, but in person and when you're using them, they are very, very different. I feel like these are more like, lean more towards like pinky nude browns, whereas the ones in her other palette were more like true nudie browns, if that makes any sense. Like more orangey browns, whereas these are more like reddy pinky undertone browns. But they're very, 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 very different than her first. And even like these glitter shadows are very, very different than some of her shimmers. I wouldn't even call them glitters. I would just say they're more glitter shadows. They're not glitters. Like, you don't need to put on like glitter glue or anything like that. There is a shadow. It's a shadow, y'all. It's more like a shimmer than a glitter shadow. But overall, this palette was phenomenal, and I really, really enjoyed these purples down here. And the reds, oof, these reds hit. I have been looking for a solid red, like a real red that wasn't like super pinky undertone, and Jaclyn and Morphe did it. So, 2 thumbs up. Go pick it up. It is a great one. Loves it so much. So, that is all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial and review. Again, don't forget to go get entered into the giveaway. And if you haven't already, make sure you are subscribed with your notifications turned all the way on. And support your girl. Support your girl. All right, dolls, I will see you in a few days with a new palette from JStar, the Bloodlust. So I will see you guys soon. I love you so much. Mwah.